So what are you thinking, Sally? What's your predictions for today?
I mean, we've only had one other tournament so far, so I mean, it's not a bad, not a bad bet to bet on. What is it, Warvin and Flame God as returning champs.
Yep, it's
Um,
looking pretty good for them.
but really, what I'm more excited about is just to see this. Now that we've had that mock tournament, just to see what everyone's going to be doing. Right? The strategies is the strategy going to evolve? Are people like? Is there going to be a different approach? Now that people have had like actual like not just an amount of time to practice, but some footage to look at. It always like I always think about how you got like boxers, right? When they're like, I need to look at my opponent's fights. Like it always you start developing extra layers of strategy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm excited to see what they've come up with because, like you said, they've had a chance to practice it, see what's effective, and they had a little bit of time to put it together and see what they could do with it. It's going to be an experience.
Absolutely. Are we live yet or?
Yes, sir.
All right, love it. Um, so yeah, we're just getting, excited here to start. I'm definitely looking to see if anybody can figure out how to do like a cool team combo move, right? Something with like, passing it. What I want to see, and I'm challenging our competitors today. If anyone is listening, someone's got to alley-oop somebody, especially when it's 2v1. I want to see some style points.
Hmm.
Right? Someone
Indeed.
throw an object, your teammate catches it, and then hits the opponent. Like, not saying risk the win for it, but if you feel confident, we want to get some cool highlight reels from this, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to some super cool team-based maneuvers myself. I'd like to see some alley-oops too. Maybe some
hmm
double structure flings or double combos, like both players doing a straight uppercut at the same time, or
Mm-hmm. For sure, and even just not even also like the fancy stuff, right? But just basics of like, can you get your partner to set up a structure that's going to help you? Um, Something I really think, with the volatile and the explode stone, right? You can have, if basically using your teammate to use the shift stones that you don't have,
yeah. But if you remember the
right?
last tournament, though, you seemed the most effective strategy seemed to be divide and conquer. To be honest, once you put both players in one spot, it's kind of like a chicken shoot.
Yeah, that's a good point. But again, only one tournament has happened so far, so like, let's see the evolution of the sport, or let's see it devolve into an absolute avalanche. Yeah, we got some good viewers today as well. I've got to get some excited reactions from our chat. Find out who everyone's rooting for. I see some people excited about Plum. Always for that. We also got some love for Musical and Mike.
And better late than never. It looks like the match has already started here. We
Oh
got
wow!
Tall Cool Mike and Musical Memoirs versus Tamrel and Rumblebee himself.
All right. And now, as you can see, we've had a little bit of an update to our visuals. You'll see that our one team is going to be color-coded as bluer shades, and then the other team is going to be redder shades. So it's going to be help everyone and the viewers track our players better. And now, getting into the action, we have definitely a little bit of a disadvantage. Some almost half health there for can't quite see who that is.
Yeah, it looks like Rumblebee
Good wall
and
throw.
Tamrel is going to bring this one home.
Ooh, getting down to that last life, and I like to see the little change of strategy, getting defensive after that.
We're down to a 2v1 here.
Yep.
We've seen it
Not much you
before.
can do when you're that low.
Let's see
It
if we
is
can
not
pull out
not
the old
impossible.
Mojang.
Absolutely, not a death sentence as we have seen. Ooh. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of just difficulty because he's getting a lot of the good stops, but it's just the pressure coming from two consecutive hits is just a lot to react to. When with a
Nice.
powerful cube, knocked out and KO'd. That was an epic way to start our first match. All right, our team excited. We're getting our resets. Everyone getting their health back to full. So what did you notice in that one, Rumble Kai?
Um, see, not much to be honest. Seemed like Rumblebee and Tamriel, they really had it on lock there. They was coming pretty aggressive right off the rip and pretty much set it in stone right there.
Looks like he's showing off to his name a little bit.
I expect to see the same performance from him this round.
Oh no, that's a lot of discs flying.
I'm actually glad to see Rumblebee win a match. I know his mock tournament matchup wasn't as great right off the rip, so maybe we'll see them make it a little further in the tournament this time.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this time everyone's, a little more expecting of what's to come. We're setting up our pillar, and off we go into round 2.
Rumblebee's using his speed there to get around him and get a little bit of an advantage. I think he's doing the divide and conquer.
Smart. Ooh, I like that too, though. He comes back into with his teammates. This little bit of almost like a skirmish strategy evolving here. All right, pop in, throw something, come back.
Yeah.
Even though our blue team is sitting in the corner a little bit, they're moving around each other and keeping the space. Almost creating a little fortress
they don't
for
seem to
themselves.
be in agreement with the divide and conquer strategy. They're keeping it pretty steady, close quarters.
Ooh, a little dangerous though. They're getting hit from both sides. I don't know if I would go with this strategy.
Yeah,
This
we've
has
seen it
suddenly
once
become
before with fast and hard. You know, they really proved that strategy to be effective, and we're seeing it again
Absolutely.
here.
And now we're down to a much more even match. Everybody getting pretty low. We're getting in the range of a good grounded wall can KO you if you don't block it right.
It's looking pretty even right now.
Ooh.
Oh.
And first KO. Tall Cool Mike is out.
And Rumblebee's fighting him off by himself. Oh no.
Now we got musical. Oh no, and a huge barrage. Took a lot of damage there.
Just an avalanche and a suicide to finish that off. Unfortunate.
All right, but that's going to be a close match. So that's one apiece to our teams. Let's see this reset.
So that's it.
Oh, is that the end? All right.
That was the 2 out of 3 for the Rumblebee.
Yeah, came into that a little bit late, but no worries. There's going to be plenty more matches to come from. Oh.
Looks like Rumblebee and Tamriel, they're going to move on to fight Jack and Mister. But the next match is going to be Amarant 2 and Dog. Never heard of those players.
Looks like we got some new ones after our last mock tournament. Always excited to see some fresh blood.
We'll cut to the intermission and wait for our host at
Hello. Hi, FJM12 here. Thank Tamrel and Tom here with us, our winners for the last match. Hello, both of you.
Hey.
How are y'all?
Yeah, we are doing great. I might have to go in for Tom now because he's taking a quick bathroom break.
Yes, of
I'm
course.
here.
Then I
I'm
will
here.
go
I
ahead
can
and
come
I'll
back.
go ahead and interview you then, Tom. So I noticed that in the last match there, definitely good job, guys, on your win. The
Thank you.
first round there, it went a bit fast, but I noticed the second round you hold up much better and your defense was
Yeah.
great. So
Yeah.
in Go ahead. In regards to that, like, what advice would you say? Would you give your fellow competitors going forward in regards to
Oh,
that
that's a
defense?
good. I don't want to. Of course, I don't want to say too much, because I do want. I am here to win,
Yeah, of
which I
course.
won't. But I.
So
will.
am I.
But I think a great thing to keep in mind is that everybody has ping. Like in a normal Rumble match, it's always like when you're evenly skilled, the person with ping always wins,
Right, right.
almost always, right? And I feel like in this tournament, that's a little bit more balanced. But in the last round, we had a lot of ping. I don't know if it was visible,
So much
but
pain.
it felt like
Yeah.
we were in America. It was insane.
I didn't
But we,
quite see it, but you guys did amazing. Like even
oh,
with the
thank
ping
you.
there, yeah, it was really, really good with the
Yeah,
pacing.
we had good communication. I think that's also you asked me for tips. I think having good communication is very important um, with your teammate and knowing how they play. Like me and Tamara, we have been practicing very frequently,
Yeah, most
and
definitely.
we know each other's play styles. I'm not gonna, of course, say too much, but
Yeah, you don't want
maybe
to
I have some
reveal
tips for
your plan of action
you.
too much there,
No,
but
exactly.
no,
But
that
I feel
makes
like
sense.
because everybody has ping, it's very fair. Because I could complain
Definitely.
about ping, but everybody has it. So I feel like
Right, and
in that
it
first
makes it fair
match,
across the board there. I definitely agree.
when we were fighting musical and his teammate, and in the first round we had a little bit more ease with that because I think me and Tomodo have more experience with ping, and if I felt like in the
Right,
second
right.
round they played a lot better because they
That's
kind of got
true.
adjusted to that ping.
Yeah, you both did really, really well, especially on that second round there. And I'm
Hmm.
definitely excited to see some more great matches for you guys in the future here. But
Thank
let's
you
go
very
ahead and,
much.
yeah, most definitely.
You.
Thank you for your time as well. Let's go ahead and move on to our next competitors, though. Back to you, Solly and Rumble Kai.
Thank you, FJ and Olvac. All right, let us get on. We have our next match already set up. All right, let's see it off. We have Amaranth and I Regret versus a Toaster and Plum. Fan favorite Plum. Okay, a little bit hard to read the that M behind the blue text, but we all know, chat knows, and so this should be an exciting match. Let's start it off. Ooh, Amaranth taking an early couple walls there, and it's some big damage. Let's see if he can come back from that. So far, really a match of great defense. All right, I'd like to see some of that repositioning. Amaranth taking another hit, getting a little bit into that dangerous yellow territory. Both teams definitely favoring a wall heavy strategy here. Oh, good hits, little exchange there between Plum and Amaranth. I Regret and the Toaster though having a pretty even fight. I Regret getting a little bit of the edge there. Very interesting to see them at the circling. And we already have an elimination. Amaranth is out. I Regret 2v1ing, but not, decent help. Not impossible to come back from this. Team Plum and Toaster, though, taking their time, resetting. Kenny, you still there? I haven't heard you in a while.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, good. Honestly, took a rock there, but really good defense and maneuvering, but cannot overcome the 2v1 barrage. Although almost took out a Toaster with that little aggression, but left himself open for Plum's assault. First round in the bag.
Yeah, he didn't do too bad there for being 2-on-1. His strategy was good. He kept his back against the edge of the ring so they couldn't get behind him. And I think that's all you could do at that point.
Absolutely, and you saw he focused on the lower player, which is, the only thing you can do in that situation is try to make it a 1v1. All right, Warvin setting up, and next, round 2. Let's see if Amaranth and I Regret can come back, or if those regrets are going to stick around. Big excitement from the chat too over that win for Plum, calling him Plum the Conqueror.
Oh boy.
And I think that is a valid nickname right now. Already got Amaranth at half health with 2 big walls. Really noticing he's favoring that mobility and like just trying to almost counter Earthbend, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of using that flow stone. Both of them are.
Yeah, just trying to get those different angles. But meanwhile, on the other side, Toaster and I Regret really like just circling each other in an almost even like jab exchange. I love to see the different, the 2 different styles going back to back. Gotta love that about the 2v2.
It's not looking so good over there for Amaranth.
Amaranth's taking a lot of damage early. And, ooh, a little bit of friendly fire there. He's gonna have to watch out. Smart to stay back and shoot those, discs from a distance, but you got to be careful not to hit your ally.
Absolutely. Oh, and that's out.
Ooh, that is out. We got a knockout, and I Regret in another tough spot again. This time, not as low health for a Toaster. And Plum, unscathed, looking. Ooh. Yeah, this team is just taking their time. Look at them, standing from a distance, lobbing structures, just seeing, giving no indication, no chance to let up. And no space to counterattack. Really, I don't know what I would do as I Regret here.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot right now. But anything can happen in Rumble. We've seen it here before.
For sure. Got a little quick hit off there, so. Oh! And they hit him. A shot!
That's it.
Perfectly over the top. Just a
Good
little,
game.
like almost like a free throw. Beautiful. All right, and that was a decisive victory for Plum and Toaster. Let them raise their hands and get excited. That was an excellent win. We're gonna grab them and get them into the interview room in a second here. Yeah, I definitely want to hear some from these fighters. This was a an absolute curb stomping in a lot of ways. It was very, not like outright, but just very methodical and very clean. So we're going to bring it over now to our wonderful interviewers, FJ and Ulvac. Take it away.
Hello. So we've got our winners here, and that would be Plum and A Toaster. Very nice job out there, both. That was such a lightning round too, and Plum the Conqueror. That's such a fitting name for how you did out there. Now, shift stones are super integral to play, and I noticed you both had quite the combination there. This question's for Plum. You're using Flowstone. Did you find that extra jump that it grants you was a bit troublesome, or did that help a bit?
Oh, it definitely helps me a lot. Flowstone's definitely one of my favorite stones. I love to be up in the air and dodging aerially if I can. Sometimes that doesn't work out great, but when it does, I enjoy it a lot.
That navigation that you had there was on point. So very, very good job. And Toaster, you
Thanks.
too, you like really put out a good showing too. I saw some of those discs out there. There was quite a few walls too. This is a
Yeah.
random question, but what would you say is your favorite structure?
I am a big fan of walls and discs, but I think it would have to, I think it would have to be cube, just because it's a nice middle ground between like wall and ball because it can fly really far but does a bit more damage. Right?
That
I
makes
agree.
sense. That definitely makes sense. Well, again, really, really good showing out there, both of you. Hopefully, we can see some great matches here, especially with that Flowstone usage, my personal favorite. But thank you both. I'll pass it back over to Solly and Rumble Guy.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, FJ. Great interviewing questions and really good insight. I like the range, right? You got a wall and disc. You have to lug the biggest and the smallest, and then that cube for that middle balance. Yeah, we are getting on to our next match. And who do we got up in the lineup today?
For this match, it's going to be our former winners, War Riven and Flame God. And it's going to be Hakuna and Peach on the other side.
Oh boy, this is a pretty high level matchup. excited to see.
Yeah.
We got some, our returning champions as well as some Rumble Kai senseis, I believe.
Yeah, and particularly the ones that have been doing the 2v2 training. So we're going to see today if that paid off.
Excellent. So this is, not only the highest people with competitive experience, but also tons of practice. I am super excited to see everyone here just show us what they got.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's trained as hard as Lacuna FaZe and Peach for the 2v2 tournaments, that's for sure.
That's going to be exciting. So what's your prediction for this match? Do you think we see the champs dominate, or do you think there's going to be an upset?
Well, the last
I got
time
my money on the champ favorite. Sorry.
Exactly. Last time I didn't bet on them, and I kind of feel bad, so I think I'm going to go ahead and put my money on Flame God and War Ribbon this time.
Of course, easy bet on the champs. We got our chat. Also, chat excited for Hakuna and Peach, though. So, this is, again, going to be an epic matchup. We are set up. We are going into our round. Got our starting pillar. Getting checked. I love the suspense. And, bro, didn't see that, but let's go right into that action.
Look at those walls launching right off the rip. He's sending out NASA rockets.
Just a wall of waterfall, like a waterfall of walls. It's crazy.
That's what I call a waterfall.
Love it. New high level technique. Absolutely. And yeah, oh my god, already you can see just a few seconds into this match and the entire ring littered with structures. Little bit of equal damage on all sides, but relatively, considering the amount of shots and hits thrown, tons of defense and offense working in unison here.
This is going to be a match where the players are going to really need to work with their environment and make sure they're not cluttering themselves, because they're all good players, and it's just going to end up a littered environment. They're going to be tripping over all the structures, so the best thing to do is make sure you're sending them back or destroying them when they're coming in.
Absolutely. You can see Warriven, I think, definitely heeding that advice, staying out of the rock pit, so to speak. Just trying to launch from a distance. It definitely worked for him in an early elimination. Flame got hanging in there, and let's see if we can get a 2v1 from... Who's that left? No, that's Hakuna FaZe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see if we can get a little bit closer, but... Alright, that cube rock fall... Oop, almost knocked himself out of the ring there. Just a reminder of everyone for the rules. Everyone's got 3 seconds if they're out of the ring to get back in. And up to the ref's decision. And ooh, yep. I'm sorry, Boulder. And Boulder trying admirably to survive that, but just overwhelmed in the end.
Oh, that's cool. They did their team name and their name tags. Boulder holders. Love it.
Boulder holders. Love it. Hard to tell which one's which, but I'll go for it the way. So we got holders is holding out, and Boulders was first to get knocked out. All right, we are set up for round 2. Plum checking everybody. Boom! Off we go. And Warriven against whoever's Boulder is just... I love that early structure, right? Just very physically perfect exchange, like watching rock, paper, scissors, and everyone throwing the same thing. These just fights are so even. Ooh, interesting little interaction with that wall. Bounced up instead of collided. A little bit of early damage on Holder.
Back on his opponent there. He's getting chip damage.
Yeah, that was a dangerous aggression move, and kind of jumped right into both of his enemies and took a ton of damage there.
Well, I think if you remember what they said last time, is they said they kind of like they'll go back and fight the same person every once in a while just to mix it up.
Yeah, and that's early elimination on Flame God. So this is a turnaround. We got ourselves a match. Let's see if Warriven can pull off the 2v1.
I know Warriven was feeling kind of sick today, so hopefully he can bring it back. Fight through it.
For sure. I love his little defensive strategy. He's constantly putting up structures and taking a shot when he can, but just overwhelmed by the sheer volume of rocks flying his way. Ooh, and Boulder Holders not letting him out of that spot.
And that's it.
Not letting him reposition at all. Shut down and entomb. All right, that is 1-1. That is exactly what we like to see. We are going to get a full reset, and now we're going to... Ooh. All right. Yeah, we're going to get our reset. So last match, War Event, Flame God, and Team Boulder Holders with Hakuna and... Flame... wait, who was that? Yeah. Misa.
Gotta love those rumble glitches.
Gotta love them. Still early access game, but that's part of the fun of it. Everyone here is super committed because they're with this game from the beginning. And round 3. Will our champs prevail, or will we get the early upset and possibly new favorites to win the tournament if they can come up and knock off our reigning champs? Oregon almost ringed out there, but got back in.
Look at him slamming out those explode balls. Those are destructive.
Yeah, and I think especially too, right, with like this kind of matchup with so many structures out, those explode balls have lots of unintended consequences that can happen from them. Ooh, cool little cube block there. Love that interaction. That's going in the highlight reel. Oh, we got a little vertical launch there. You tell me what happened with that?
Wish I could.
Got to go back. Well, that'll be some good extra highlight reel stuff. But right now, Warvin and Flame God mostly in control of the match. Boulder Holders not out of it yet, though. Both a bit half health and getting a little bit lower, but... Oh, trying to see. Maybe they're teaming up on Warvin. Let's see if they can get him. Uh-oh. It looks like Holder is almost...
over there.
1 bar of health, and there it is, the disc that ends it. And only 3 bars of health left for Boulder. And there it goes.
The champions won. Imagine that.
I mean, I will say, despite their championship status, they got a run for their money. They took an honest round off of them, and I don't think that was an easy match at all. We're going to hear from them in the interview room, but I want to hear what they think about this this new level of competition coming in.
Absolutely.
And look, there they are, happy and excited. They should be.
Did I miss it? Darn it! It's my favorite part of the whole show.
All right, and once everyone is in our interview room, we'll have FJ take it away.
Hello, FJM12 here once again with our winners, our former champions actually, Warvin and Flame God. Amazing job out there, y'all. That was actually a really even match. I think our viewers would agree that's probably the most even match that we've had up until this point. With that being said, I did see that the field was really like littered there. This question's actually for Flame God. How did you navigate that so well, despite there being countless blocks and structures on the field?
Usually, Warvin's to my left somewhere, and as long as I have a view on both the opponents, I can kind of guess where everybody is, and just trying to send some structures both ways was kind of what I was trying to do that time, in that last round anyway.
Okay, I see. That definitely makes sense, and I did notice that you both stuck together very closely there, which is a really good strategy, it seems. So for Warvin, is that something that you guys would want to do like going forward, or do you have like some kind of secret strategy for each match coming up? Just being silly here, but I'm curious.
I just stay at his left and I'm good. Or, try and get behind the enemy. That's my main goal in life right now. Stay behind, stay to his left, and I'm good.
Solid words of advice. And Eden, I know Rumble Kai also mentioned that you were briefly that you're kind of sick there, not feeling too well. So even more impressive showing out there despite, feeling a bit under the weather. But with that being said, excited to see more matches with you guys. Rumble Kai and Sully, back to you two.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, FJ. An excellent interview as always. Also, just shout out to the chat. If you want us to ask anything to these competitors, let us know. Drop it in there. Maybe we'll throw one of those questions their way. Right now, we're going to get into the next match that we have set up. What are we looking at, Rumble Kai?
This match is going to be Mojack and Tiki versus Banny and Michael G.
All right, and again, I believe these are all participants in our last tournament, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes.
All right, so I want to see I want to see what kind of levels of improvement we have. If I want to see if they, learned from their previous fights and previous footage. Analyze some of their opponents. Having our setup here. And I think, maybe this is just based on how it's going, but it looks like these tournament matches are going a little bit faster than last time. I think everyone a little bit more comfortable and sure with what's going on, and definitely more intentional with their actions.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to see this fight. This is going to be a good one. Both teams, they're both skilled players. I think they're going to see some action here today.
For sure. Chad is excited. All right, Mojo, Jack, and Tiki against our boys, Baney and Michael G. And our match is started. A lot of mobility from Mojo right off the beginning. Went diagonal across the whole map there. Didn't seem to pay off, though. Got little skirmishes going on onto the left and right sides of the ring. Ooh, we got early damage piling up. Gonna have to be careful there. Michael G.
See, Mojack, he's focusing on the chip damage.
He's focusing. Everyone taking a little bit of damage so far. Tiki pretty healthy, but no, just got clipped there on his foot. Almost escaped it, but ooh, coming up from behind for the gank. I love that strategy. And then running away. Oh, get up to gank the opponents. I like what's going on here. I love seeing the shift in strategy. Wow! What a hit. Knocked him right out the ring. I don't know what happened there.
Where did he go?
Now it has become a full-on 2v1. Michael G in a spot. Mojo, Jack, and Tiki just taking their time, being cautious, and securing that KO. That is a solid round one to them. Looks like we might have had a little bit of a technical error.
Maybe he lagged out of the park completely.
That could be. In which case, we'll see exactly what happens, but we'll have a ruling for that in a minute.
So that was Banny who lagged out there.
Yeah. All right, looks like we are back. Next round, right on its way. Love it. Don't even skip a beat. Big aggression. And I love the mix-up of heavy and fast objects and attacks to really, keep your opponent guessing and not have any kind of, rhythmic timing you can get predictable on.
See, Banny switching opponents there. Trying to mix it up.
Honestly, I'm a fan of this strategy. I think unless you have an advantage, right, keep switching the opponent, make your enemies uncomfortable. Don't let them adapt to any one rhythm or any one pattern. I think that's what I noticed the most, right? Is once someone starts doing something a little bit too consistently, people start to read it and they can counter it.
Yeah, that's probably the most important thing to remember when you're playing Rumble. Is try not to be predictable.
Absolutely. And these moves take skill and effort to execute, but at this high level, the people who play this game, they understand it and they know exactly what you're doing and how to take advantage of it. So yeah, absolutely. Unpredictability, best strategy you've got. Michael G right on his last bar, trying to survive, and ooh, a nice disc from Mojo Jack takes him out.
Banny still
Banny
hanging in
by
there.
himself. Hanging in there for sure. Trying to pull a Mojo Jack.
Oh, the tables have turned, huh?
Yeah.
Mojack's
Tiki
serious
also
today.
out. I didn't see that elimination.
I know Mojack didn't even want to host a park because he was so serious about being ready and trying to win this today.
And that's what we like to see. This is an esport, people. This is fierce, earthbending competition. No soft rocks here.
This could still go either
Last.
way if Banny can duck and dodge those discs. You know he's got the moves.
Yeah.
He's quick and it's 1-1. What's it gonna be? It's
1-1.
Mojack versus Banny and Banny gets the disc.
Oh, Banny with the absolute comeback. I love to see that. That was amazing.
Amazing. Good job.
Mojack devastated on that one.
I am on the edge of my seat here. This is amazing. Let's see what's the call gonna be. They're gonna run a whole nother match because the first one, yeah, they're counting the one where he lagged out, so they're gonna do a third match here.
All right, that's 3. That's round 3. Let's get to it.
We got another tiebreaker here today.
I like to see this. Tiki giving his teammates some moral support. That's what you need. That's what teammates are for. You know, it's not just about what you do in the game. It's about that, that emotional support as well sometimes. Keeping people focused. Ooh, Banny trying to sneak around them there, but caught a little wall there. All right, and early exchanges for both teams. Michael G almost ringed out there. Ooh, good combo and hit Tiki with 2 big structures. That was a wall and a cube. Banny and Michael. Wow! Oh, huge knockback,
wow.
but great skill to get back in the ring after that one.
The reaction time Banny stopped that wall was amazing.
Yeah, and we are seeing everyone pull out all of their tricks for this last match.
Looks like Mojack, he's trying to split up opponents he's fighting right now.
I like that Mojack is constantly switching his targets, but making sure that when he does so, he has some sort of structure there to be defensively responsible. Very smart strategy.
Ooh, and it just slick wall at his feet there. Banny's hurting.
Yeah, and Banny's hurting. Everyone is getting low.
Banny is out.
Oh. All right, we got our 2v1. Let's see if Michael G can save himself and the team. Not looking good, though. 2 bars of health. And, ooh, a grounded disc to end it right under the structure. That was a sneaky little shot. I love that.
And the relief from Mojack, you could just see. He said, thank God.
No, he was working hard on that. He was literally moving as many stones as he could to get that win. And well-deserved. Let's hear from him in the interview room. I think we're gonna hear some sighs of relief and possibly some excitement here. All right, FJ, whenever you are ready, take it away.
All right, hello everybody. I've actually got my co-interviewer here, Annie Yogev as well. Yes, indeed.
Finally joined here.
welcome. And also let's welcome our winners as well, Mojo Jack and Tiki. Y'all placed last time in the last tournament as well. Again, really good showing out there. Really solid defense too. Both of you were extremely grounded for what it was worth. So I did want to know, like, just I'm curious, how much did you practice before you went into this tournament this time?
I think we practiced one time.
No, we practiced a couple times.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, we did the group parts.
Yeah.
I say that one time was enough for both of you. But yeah, that's really impressive because they're a tough team, you know. Benny there and Michael, wow, that's intense. I saw there on one of the rounds there was a comeback from Benny. How did it feel to you saw that you had all of your health, Mojo Jack.
Yeah.
And then what happened there?
It was an incredible comeback. I mean,
yeah.
The longer these fights go on, the more I get tired, especially with how hard I push myself trying to fight him. A lot of the time he beats me, so good thing he was lower in health.
That was super super intense. But
That was
you
very
you got it
intense.
at the end. Very nice.
No, that was great. And even with the pure chaos out there, again, both of you did amazingly.
Okay, we're back up.
All right. Good to have you back. All right, now we're in the middle of this. We're getting, oh, big, good damage there. Mr. taking a huge wall and a couple avalanches of boulders. A lot of damage there. I think definitely not intentional, but Team Tamrel is doing really well.
Mr's out.
Mr. is out. Now, that was surprising. They were bunched up together for a second. I really thought that they were going to take advantage and just hit them with the barrage, but it really worked well together. I think there might even be some strategy to sort of standing next to that scoreboard, because like you don't get knocked back as far. From things like explosions. Jack trying his best to 2v1. Always a
Tamrel
difficult
just
position.
hammering him with those balls.
Absolutely. Ooh,
Struggling to stay
almost
in the
ringed
ring.
out.
Just
Yeah,
fighting off the
that
ropes.
was real close.
But Jack is probably the best player in the game, so I know it's not looking good, but it's official.
I mean, even if you are taking on two high-level players in this kind of a matchup, still very difficult.
Absolutely.
All right, and that was a nice win for Tamrel and Tom. Big win. We are resetting for our next round. Now, anything that you would suggest to Jack and Mister to try to come back from that? I feel like they didn't have as cohesive of a strategy. It felt a little bit more like they were each kind of doing their own thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I felt like they were both all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever they got to do is going to involve teamwork. I'm going to tell you that, because the way that Rumblebee and Tom are fighting or Rumblebee and Tamrel are fighting right now, they're not going to beat them when they're all over the place like that.
Oh, absolutely. I think that just goes to show, right? Like this 2v2 format, it's not just single player Rumble with two people. It's it's a new, almost different sport, right? Like that teamwork is a factor. I think we heard from, I forget which competitors earlier, right? But communication's super important. And Rumblebee and Tamrel really showing that they have it in spades right now. All right, but little more cautious strategy this time from Mr. and Jack. I can see, they're picking off their opponents a little bit more methodically.
Yeah, Rumblebee's hurting over there.
Rumblebee's hurting, but Mr. also taking a few shots. There seems to be a real like positioning kind of thing where there's certain orientations where you can get hit by two players, or like hit two players, but only have like one line in your sight.
Mr's picking off Rumblebee.
Oh, Rumblebee staying in there, staying full defensive.
And hanging on by a thread right now.
Still alive. And I like what his strategy is here. He's not actually going that aggressive. He's just being a target and kind of taking off damage while his teammate in Tamrel is just shooting off the opponent. So smart strategy, but in the end, he gets knocked out. Can't live that long with one sliver of health. Ooh, and this is a dangerous barrage. These are two high-level players throwing all their moves. Tamrel in a really hard position here.
I would have a hard time getting out of this, to be honest.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, he's doing okay. He's moving around as much. He's blocking most of the structures. He even got a little bit of chip damage in there. But to make a comeback in that situation, you basically have to play perfect, and your opponents have to make some mistakes. But with that is one round apiece, and we have another matchup going to 3 rounds again. I think almost all of our matches today have gone that way. And I love to see that. It just means, even high levels of competition. Ooh, a little bit of a false start there, but I think we're not going to worry about it. No damage done. early ring out, but good return there from Tamrel. Jack and Mister got a good. Yeah, I think they're finding their footing again after that. Little upset by that first round, but in the second, I think they finally found their teamwork a little bit better.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I seen them really having each other's backs there that last round.
I mean, I think that's just what you have to do, because if you're focusing like this match like it's just two 1v1s, then out of nowhere you're gonna get hit by another opponent who just sees an opening and just taking a free shot. Ooh, I don't know if that was a ring up, but that was really close. Jack and Mister just absolutely bullying and bulldozing Tamrel and Rumblebee out of this ring. And that is Rumblebee eliminated with a couple walls and disc combos. Tamrel back in this position. I think he's having some PTSD. And there it is. Again, highest level avalanche simulator. That is hard to survive in, and he didn't, got put to dust in the rock tumbler there. All right, so that is going to be Jack and Mister moving on to the next round. Excellent competition from them, and just really excellent play. We're going to hear from them in a little bit. And now from both of our lovely interviewers, FJ and Yogev, take it away.
Hello.
Hello.
Jack and Mister. Wow, that last round was amazing. It was really amazing. Like, it was at the start, it was kind of a tie there, in my opinion. But then, Mister, you rushed in and got a lot of damage on one of them, and that was amazing. Did you plan that in advance? Like, was that a strategy that you guys thought about before you went into this tournament?
I mean, we have talked about some strategy, how to go on a 2v1 when in different situations, and I recognized like they were playing very defensive, and then the Rumblebee was very attached to Jack, so I was trying to get some damage in, like.
That worked so
That
well
makes
for you.
sense. No, that was a
Yeah,
really solid strategy.
one thing we have realized is it's really bad to focus one person too much.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that. And I mean, even though the first match was a little bit of a quick wrap up, the second one, again, like what Yogev was saying, both of you did really good and like watching each other's backs. I know Solly was mentioning too, just player positioning was really important. So sticking close, would you say that benefited you more than treating it as an individual 1v1?
Honestly, for the most part, I was just focusing on the person in front of me.
Yeah, and I was small. I played a bit further back because it was not Rumblebee, but the other guy was trying to get some long range attacks into me.
Yeah.
So it was kind of easy for me to like avoid them. So then I saw an opportunity to get close to Rumblebee because there was no way he could get to me, and yeah.
Well, it looks like you guys have some great chemistry now. Like, one's kind of a long mid-range, and Mister, you're kind of a mid-close range, which really worked well because when you went to attack, Jack could like protect you from the other side and add some more additional damage. But
it was so
thank you guys
good.
for joining us, and we're gonna continue for the next match now. And I hope we'll see you again.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
All right, thanks to our interview team. We're going to get on to our next match, a really exciting one. We got fan favorite Plum and a Toaster up against last tournament's champions, Warvin and Flame God. Let us see. This is almost like a little mini finals before the actual finals. I'm excited to see what we got here. Mojack getting everyone ready. Whoops, a little extra structure there. And something that came up in the interview, I'm interested to see if there's sort of formal roles that develop in 2v2. You know, the way that like League of Legends has, you know, your mid, your jungler, right? Is there going to be a heavy object thrower, the mobile one, the jumping one, right? I'd love to seeing, the more of these tournaments we have, this kind of strategy develop. But without further ado, into this next match. Already, again, as all these high-level ones, the arena is littered with tons of heavy structures. Ooh, and a lot of early damage on Plum and Flame God. So still pretty even. Warhaven and a Toaster still full health. Whoa!
We got our first
early knockout.
Our first
Yeah, what did you
there.
see there? For sure, Warhaven. Now Flame God and Warhaven. Again, I love this. Almost like their signature trademark. Once they're at this 2v1, they get so patient. And they're just, look at that. Oh, a forced, I don't know, that might have been 3 seconds, or at least very close. That was, I think, a forced ring out. Very impressive. Wow, absolutely masterclass in earthbending there. Yeah, just as I was saying, towards the end, I think something that's like almost signature to their strategy is that they don't get they don't try to throw as many structures. They just get really precise, and almost like hitting it in sync. All right, let's see if Plum and a Toaster can come back after this. We all know we've seen so many comeback matches so far, so let's. My hopes are high here. And we are off. Rocks are flying, but a little more conservative this time.
Looking like Warhaven and Flame God's already got a decent lead here.
Yeah, for sure. This looks like Plum is getting having a hard time dealing with Warhaven. I almost wonder if he wouldn't benefit from switching up the matchup, but ooh, got 2 good hits there. Ooh, and a 3rd wall. All right, maybe I spoke too soon. Plum heard me talking shit.
Oh boy, that was a nice toss there.
Yeah. Flame God with a little good snipe. Warhaven getting real low. Plum, I think, finally figuring out that matchup a little bit better.
Wow, just escaping death there.
Just barely.
Switching it
and
up.
This is switching it up.
Oh,
It's all, actually, this fight has been mostly 1v1 except for that switch up there, and probably not to the benefit of Warhaven and Flame God. I feel like their teamwork is so good. They really should take advantage of it. But in a dangerous spot for them now.
They could just stop taking that damage. They had it in there. Flame God's he's not gonna back down easy though. He's a good fighter, and he's gonna stick it to him.
Absolutely, and they're both within range for a good heavy structure taking them out. I think just a good cube. Oh, one little sliver of health, and he landed.
The comeback is real.
Comeback is real indeed. And what is your thought? What do you think for this last match? I got my money on Warhaven and Flame God. I think they're going to learn their lesson, but definitely a good retaliation from Plum and a Toaster.
I mean, I think Warhaven might need to take some Robitussin, some cough drops, get it back together. Let's go.
That's true. All right. Getting a little check. All right. Looks like everything is working. Mojack being just a good sport, taking a hit for the sport. All right. Looks like we had a bit of a technical difficulty. Didn't quite destroy the structure, and there we go. Keep that for the blooper reel. Ooh, Plum almost ringed out right in the beginning. Warhaven definitely changing his strategy up and getting very aggressive. And almost choosing to 1v2, and in a way that is kind of working, I gotta say. He's got Flame God just supporting him from a distance. And so what do you see developing here, Rumble Kai, in terms of like the roles that people have in a 2v2, right? Like there's someone who's sort of responsible for hitting back and sniping, and someone who's going in and getting aggressive.
Yeah, it looks like there's a few different setups that people have been utilizing throughout these matches. It looks like they're either teaming up on one spot, or they're splitting up, coming in from one side or the other. And like you said, some of them are doing more technical strategies. One's going in and one's staying back and sniping. I think that might be dependent on their health there. So think there's more to
Ooh,
come.
an early elimination on Warriven. Now Plum very low to get that. Flame God still full health, and he got the elimination. We are down to an honest 1v1. All right, let's focus in on this match. This is going to be a close one.
If you remember the last tournament, I think Flame God brought it home on 2v1 before. I think he's headed that way again.
Oh, he took a little bit of damage there with the disc.
He's jumping in with a cheeky cube, and it lands.
Cheeky cube. He took some damage in there and almost took a ring out himself, so he's got to be careful. It was that Toaster, absolutely no slouch himself, holding his own against Flame God.
Oh wow!
Woo! Saw that little. Oh, it was like flipping it like a coin. Plum there cheering on his teammate from the ringside.
It's getting that chip damage. Oh, he lucked out. That boulder could have done some serious damage.
That is true, and I really like, you know, both players getting very, you know, focused and precise here. I see Flame God basically doing like kind of like a 1-2, right? He's throwing that one structure and then occasionally sneaking in another disc when he's not paying attention. Just did it again there, and it worked really well.
Oh, he's gonna finish him off with the cube brain. Amazing.
There it is. Flame God closing it out and technically 2v1ing, although Warriven definitely helped him by getting Plum low and taking on a lot of that fire. That was probably our longest match so far, closest one as well, and this is just showing that everyone here is at a super high level and the competition is fierce. Let's get our winners bow. I love to see that excitement, and we are going to get them in with our interviewers in a minute here. But yeah, I definitely want to ask them a little bit about how they felt in that match. It got real close there in the end. All right, FJ and Yogev, all on you.
Oh, wow!
Oh my goodness, that match was insanity. That was so cool. So we do have our winners here, and that would be Flame God and Warvin. Now, I actually had a question for Plum previously, but now that Plum's not here, I wanted to know, how did it feel to conquer Plum the Conqueror and his teammate?
It felt great. We're the champions, baby. We're gonna hold our title forever.
Let's go.
We're coming back for it again.
Oh wow!
That is what I'm talking about. That's amazing.
Wow, I saw on the thing. So the two last rounds, you were in a 1v1 situation, Flame God, with one of them. The first one didn't really go that well, but the second one, you knew what to do. You were like, yeah, I'm in this. I'm 100% in. What made you be like that in the second round, Flame God?
I just knew to just not rush in,
You took your time.
do what I know. Yeah, keep
Yeah.
steady. Do what I'm
Very
used
nice.
to.
You're
Throw in that
confident in
chip
your
damage.
abilities. Very nice, very nice. Wow, that was a great match. Wow, I don't have any
Honestly,
more
just like at a
to say.
loss for words.
Yeah.
It was so
Me
good. Well, hopefully maybe we can see a win out of you guys. I mean, I feel like that they have a really good chance. What do you think, Yogev?
Yeah, me too.
You
me
will see a
too.
win
They
out of
are-
us.
Done it once. We can do it
guys are
again.
You guys are
That's the
great
spirit.
team. Great team.
That is definitely the spirit. Well, thank you both. I'll pass this back over to our hosts, Solly and Rumble Kai.
Thanks, guys.
Oh,
Looks like we're
sorry, I
still
was
getting
muted
our
there.
match set up here. Our next match should be Jack and Mister versus Mojack and Tiki.
Ooh, another high-level matchup, and I just gotta agree with what what our lovely interviewers have been saying. Sometimes you see a match and there's nothing, left speechless. You're just impressed by it. That's happened already several times today. This is just some very high-level competitive rumbling.
Yeah, a lot of them went into 3 matches, so it's been a pretty close matchup, and it's definitely exciting to watch.
For sure. And also what I've seen too within these matches, right, is the strategy changes. It's not, one team riding one strategy out to the end. It's a team, doing something that works, the other team adjusting to it, the other team adjusting back, and whoever kind of has more tricks in their bag seems to be pulling out the win.
I think what we might be seeing too is like sometimes they're using a strategy and then it fails against the other team's strategy, and then there's a little bit of a panic there, and that's when you see them get a little bit crazy and all over the place. But that's why sometimes they come back and they collect themselves, and then they get back on the same page. And like with Jack and Mister, Jack and Mister that one time they lost the first round, but then they got it back. Just had to try something else.
Absolutely. Just like in like a boxing match or any fight, right? You got to keep your head cool. You got to stay focused. There's a chance you can get that one lucky structure hit that will end the match for you. But more often than not, people are aware, they're focused, and they are dialed in today.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and we are going in on our match. It is just getting set up.
So the winners of this one's going to be facing the former champions, Warriven and Flame God.
Absolutely. And so that's going to be our finals match. So this is our semifinals?
There's a third place decider, but we didn't do that last time. I'm not sure how they're setting up those two last matches.
We'll get that to you viewers in a bit, but right now we are set up and we are about to jump in. Jack and Mister versus Tiki and Mojack. And thanks to our ref today, Rumblebee. Checking everybody. Now, I've got a lot of love for the Mojack Tiki team, even despite the formidable single player skill on Jack and Mister's side.
I'm impressed with Tiki's performance today. I think he's really stepping up and hanging on.
It's very interesting to see too, right? People's it doesn't translate one-to-one. Just because you're a good solo rumbler does not mean that you are necessarily going to be the best teammate in a match.
100%.
Yeah. All right, and we see Jack and Mister. Looks like they're trying to pin the other team down. But good maneuvering from Mojack and Tiki, not letting themselves get captured, and every team repositioning back to their sides. And this is what we were talking about earlier, right? Like, this is a lot of mobility in this game, right? It's once it gets littered, like, there starts to be advantageous and disadvantageous parts of the move, and it becomes, just as much a mental game as a physical one.
Well, you know me, I'm all for speed. First thing to win is not getting hit, right? No better way to do that than utilize your movements. And sprinting seems to be the fastest, most agile thing you can do. So
absolutely, I think it comes with a little
around the field there. He's doing the right thing.
Absolutely, I think you point out a good thing, right? Sprinting is, in a lot of ways, a lot safer than the dash, where like if you're gonna dash, you have to go a fixed distance. It's very predictable, whereas the sprint you can stop anywhere in the middle.
Exactly. And you can also do things that you can't do with dash, like strafe and go backwards. You can run backwards. You can't dash backwards.
Ooh, great end by Tiki. Huge wall counter and then a little quick disc to knock it out. Tiki and Mojack, who is just one sliver of health, still in it, and a powerful 2v1 going Mister's way, I think. Or no, that's Jack left out there. Yeah. And again, doesn't matter how... That is it. All right, that is our round over. Let us reset and let's see how this goes. Yeah, that was a close one. Everyone was really low there at the end, and so like it really could have gone a lot of different ways.
Yeah, and another thing that's really interesting to me is they're on a European server right now, so Mojack and Tiki, they're at a severe disadvantage. So this is
wow,
really
yeah, they're holding their own. Teamwork makes that dream work. Absolutely.
I don't know about that teamwork. I know we all look the same, but that's your partner, bud.
Jack taking some big damage there. Tiki also has a solid hit to himself as well. Mr. and Mojo a little bit higher health.
Mojo,
And it does seem
through
to
the dust cloud.
Ooh. And I love that he's using that, right? It's kind of like hiding his own moves, giving Mr. a little less time to react.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I love the double
surprise.
team, but it looks like it backfired on Tiki. Couple quick discs there from Mojack.
Let's see if Mojack can take out Mr. real quick. And then
Ooh, couple good wall hits.
got him down to 1 bar. This is close. Oh, and he's out. Tiki still got 2 bars. It's a 2v1. Let's see if Jack can bring it back. If I was Jack, I'd be trying to take out Tiki.
Yeah, he absolutely should be, but Mojack is just showing a barrage, and he's being smart by being closer, not letting him get to Tiki. By using his offense, he's defending his partner.
Mojack's doing an incredible job of maneuvering around the field with that flow stone as well.
For sure. You can see, though, Jack listening to your advice, he is hunting down Tiki, but oh, just a bad time to get stuck. Mojack taking the shots at him while he's going for his partner.
See, I'd say if he can take care of Tiki, this might. Oh, and he didn't.
Ooh, he did
Could've
not.
gone the
And
other way.
that is a big win for Mojack and Tiki, right on a European server against some top-level competition. They've got to be feeling good about themselves right now.
Oh yeah, fist bump it out, guys. Very nice. You win.
Woo!
You win!
Ha!
Hey, we got the sound effects working. All right, and then we are going to take it to our interview session. But before we get in and get all our players in, I just got to say I am super excited for our finals and third place finals match. Everyone who is here at this point is an incredible earthbending competitor. But without further ado, FJ and Yogev, take it away.
So, Mojo Jack,
Hello.
Tiki, you guys brought down Jack and Mister, a powerful team. Wow, how did that feel, guys?
Pretty good. Oh, great.
It was their
Do you
server
feel like-
too. They won the coin flip.
Yeah, you got like a huge disadvantage there with the servers. It was on an EU server and not a US server, which was really bad for you guys.
Feel that bad?
No, it
But
was
I always saw Jack. Every now and then he would just like jump around. It was almost like he was teleported. Hard part.
Really? Oh, that's so weird. Oh, I remember that happened to me, but it hardly happens. But you
Right.
guys won, so I mean, like, it's bold
Honestly,
for you.
congratulations too on that win there. So, do you plan on taking the #1 spot for our finals? Is the question.
We do.
We do.
Oh.
We are gonna win.
You are gonna win. I like the
We-
confidence.
we're
I like
going
the
to.
confidence.
We're only showing the tip of our power in the last tournament.
That was
Very
10%.
nice. I feel like it's going to be kind of a meme for our tournaments going forward. But are you going to be our new conqueror place for Plum the Conqueror?
100%.
All right, that is what I'm talking about.
Alright, let's see. We'll get now the next match. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you guys for
Hope to see
joining
you
us.
again.
Yes.
And we'll see. Bye-bye.
All right. I think we should take just a quick little break after that and set up for our next matches.
Yeah, we need to figure out if we're doing the 3rd place or the 1st place first.
So we're gonna take a quick little intermission, but we'll be right back. Everyone, get excited! When we return, we're gonna have possibly our 3rd place match, but definitely gonna have a finals match, and it is gonna be a high level of competition. But we're gonna be right back. And again, just thanks also to everyone who's working behind the scenes making this tournament run. Absolutely could not be done without you. But without further ado, we are having our match. Jack with a little bit of lag, but he is going to work through it, and he is doing his best. All right. A lot of damage right off the bat for everybody. Ooh, exciting. Jack moving around, even despite the lag. Dangerous decision, but so far he is actually doing has the highest health out of anyone here. Toaster and Plum trying to figure out a way to attack this. And it seems like they're just having a little bit of trouble figuring out the defense here.
I still
Plum
have
getting
faith
in that
Jack
danger.
with his lag. I fought Jack plenty of times when I was the host, and he still kicked my ass.
And that faith is well placed. They eliminate Plum, another, once again, one of our tournament's favorites, and immediate turning to Toaster. This is a spot he has been in before, and it is, ooh, very difficult to be in.
And a brutal
That is
defeat.
just smart. Brutal defeat. Knocked out and then hit with an object as he was trying to get back in. Just good skill and execution. But you can see they are undeterred. They said, don't worry, we are coming back. We are not going to go out like that.
They are
That is what
they're
I'd like
going
to
to win
see.
this.
I think they got it. I think they just need to change up their strategy a little bit. I think they, less of like a being outmatched and more that they, whatever strategy they had just wasn't working in that moment. But that being said, Jack and Mr. definitely showing off their skills and their ability to play under some difficult circumstances. We are off to round 2.
Plum is moving around there. He's chasing Mr. down. Now he's on Jack. He's all over the place. He's going to deal damage no matter what today. He said, if I'm going out with a bang.
And you know what? This kind of aggression seems to be working so far. Plum and Toaster ahead in the game. And, ooh, Mr. just took a lot of structures, looking like from everybody. That was one of the fastest knockouts. We almost went like a full health bar to 0 in that.
We might see another 3-round match here.
That's what I am hoping for. This is 3rd place. Better. You need to play 3 matches to get it. That's my opinion.
I like that logic.
Jack holding his own, doing some good damage to Plum. He is within striking distance of pulling off a 2v1 if they are not careful.
Absolutely.
Ooh, but there is the barrage. He is low, and he is within the kill for a big object. They are not getting too eager. They said, let's chip him down. Yeah, and as you're seeing, everyone using just all sorts of different structures, trying not to be predictable. Jack making a really interesting little fortress for himself, though, behind those walls. And I like how he's using, keeping the structures there instead of tossing them and just popping out around the sides to shoot.
Oh!
Ooh. But a Toaster just got him, clipped him with the edge of that wall, and now we have ourselves a real match, everybody. 1 round apiece. Who is going to come out on top for 3rd place? Jack and Mr. or Plum and Toaster?
Oh, how exciting. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Me too. All right. We got the match. Both sides getting checked if they're ready. 3, 2, 1. Let's get ready. Let's see what we got. A couple walls. A lot of walls to start this off. And right away, we have ourselves a little Stonehenge being built. And just like that, just as quickly destroyed.
You see Plum going back to that aerial maneuvering strategy there. He's going to try to get
Very
some
much
ground.
so. I see Mr. throwing a lot of cubes and a lot of discs, but ooh, just took in a bad bouncing cube there. And a bad wall collision. That is not a good start for him. Going one-on-one against Plum. Each player trying to maneuver around each other.
Look at him just ducking and
Meanwhile,
dodging.
Jack and Toaster up in the top. Looks like Jack is a little frozen, but having his lag.
He said, it's for the money.
Oh, no. It's for the money. Plum and Toaster taking advantage of the situation, and you know what? This is, they've done this best. They've been communicating, giving a moment.
How respectable. Both players stop. Oh.
And looks like that's going to be the full DC. We'll see if we'll count that as a win, but I think so too. I think we're going to have to count that for them. Plum and Toaster coming out on top, even though it was the DC, definitely an earned win regardless.
Absolutely. What a great fight. For
sure. And so now we have our official 3rd place team. And we are going next after this to interview them, see how they feel about their placements, maybe ask them how they feel about ask their predictions on the finals.
Well, hello.
Yeah.
Plum
Hello.
and a toaster. Wow, what a great
Hello.
toast was that. Guys,
Oh, yeah.
that was a great match.
Such
That
a
was
good
a
Thank you.
really great match. What a comeback there on the second round, and what an unfortunate event on the third round. But up until
Yeah.
that point that Jack had some difficulties, that was amazing there. I saw the fight with Mister. Wow, that was amazing, guys. For how long have you guys
Thank you.
trained for this tournament?
Oh, I've been
Actually,
training at least for the past 2 weeks myself. What about you, Toaster?
I haven't been really training specifically for this tournament until Plum and I teamed up, but yeah, I guess
Right.
train a lot before then.
Yeah. Initially,
Very nice.
I was supposed to be partnered with Tiki, so Toaster didn't really get all that much time to train once we did partner up. But yeah.
I mean, even with the like little bits of training that you did have, like you guys are really proving yourself out there. And
Yeah.
it's so crazy
Thank
because
you.
like chat's even like giving you a nickname and everything. We got Plum the Conqueror, and then we've got
I'm
a
the
toaster over here
Moonslayer.
That's
toasting
funny.
everybody on the field. Like that's wild. um,
That's great.
Awesome.
I did actually have I did have a question from one of our viewers earlier. We're actively watching chat here, just in case some come through, and it was directly to Plum.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about your nickname and just being the hype man for this tournament?
Oh, I love it. I'm all over it. I think it was actually maybe my buddy Tin that started it. His name is Tin the Conqueror, so I'm thinking maybe he pushed that on me. But yeah, I'm loving it.
It fits. It fits.
That's really funny.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Well, that you guys are the third place now, which is really cool. How do you guys feel about that?
Feeling great. Yeah, I'm glad that we were
Yeah.
able to place and
Very
get to the
impressive.
top.
That was very
Congratulations.
impressive. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you, guys. I hope to see you in future tournaments too. And now we'll go get the finals.
All right.
All right. Thanks again to Yogev and FJ and our third place, Plum and a Toaster. All right, everyone, and we are going off to our finals match next. We are going in. Rumble Kai, what do you have to say about this? This is any last words before the crowning moment of this tournament?
Well, I think War and Flame Gods got their work cut out for them. Mojack and Tiki, they're both great players. They've showed their worth today, and I don't think they're going to stop. And I'm really excited to see this matchup. It's going to probably be the best one of the entire tournament.
Absolutely. Any change of opinion on who you think is going to win it all? Or is it still your same opinion from before? We're going to root for the champs.
Like I said, I didn't root for the champs last time. I feel real bad. So I'm going to give them my support today. I do think they're going to bring it home, but I don't think it's going to be easy.
All right. I agree with you. I'm expecting this one to go to 3 rounds, just like most of the rest of our matches have been today. Without further... Oh, no, we're still setting up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might have been convinced by the just the performance and the raw emotion from Tiki and Mojo Jack today. I think in terms of skill, everybody here is about the same level. But as far as who wants it the most, I think it might be Mojo Jack.
I don't know. You heard War Riven and Flame God in their interview earlier. They were confident. They said, "No, we're gonna bring home the win. That's what we're doing. That's why we came."
This is true. We got our first tournament, and we already have our classic matchup of confident champ and hungry underdog. And we are setting up for the last match. Again, we've got War Riven and Flame God up against Mojo Jack and Tiki. Without further ado, we have seen everybody. Everybody is locked in, focused, and excited. Getting our checks. 3, 2, 1. Rumble. Ooh. Right off the bat, early shot, and Flame God taking a bit of damage, but coming back and not letting that phase him. A lot of little structures now flying across. We got
Nice
Tiki and
ball
Mojo
there.
Jack sort of see. Yes, for sure. Tiki and Mojo Jack sort of trying to seize the center.
Warven's looking untouchable over there. Oh, I spoke too soon.
That
Flame
being said,
God's
I agree with
he's
you.
not doing so good.
Flame God's taken a few hits this match, but I agree with you. Warven's defense has been on point this whole tournament. I think he's got his defense figured out, and as well as his, sort of sniping long-range strategy. You were talking earlier about the roles developing. I think he's a textbook, hold it back and support kind of, role here.
Yeah, he's definitely a grounded player. He's not moving too much. He's using his environment. He's playing defensive, making sure he's not giving up any unnecessary health. Let's see if he continues with the strategy of just changing between players and chipping them away here.
I agree. Tiki, unfortunate positioning there, kind of got hit by a lot of different structures and knocked out early. Flame God and Warven focusing down Mojo Jack, but if anyone is a 2v1 legend and specialist, it is Mojo Jack. So let's see what he can do.
Fortunately, not much.
Oh,
And that's it. He got the ring.
that
out.
is it.
He was unable to recover. He was being constantly pummeled there. It was the definition of avalanche.
I agree, and he was just crammed in that corner. Nothing to do there. Just a hard situation to be in. But that round still close. Could have been anybody's. And now I'm excited to see if round 2, Mojack and Tiki can bring it back and get revenge for that first one. All right, getting everything checked out, and off to the next one. Let's see who's gonna come out on top. Pretty standard engage so far. We've got, again, the similar strategy to last time. Mojack and Tiki taking the center. But a little more even chip damage on everybody this time.
It's like Mojack's trying to divide and conquer over there with Tiki a little bit. Oh.
Ooh. Very effective combo. Each team with one higher health player and one lower health player.
And Mojack with those hands just stopping everything coming at him.
I gotta say, we were crediting Warven's defense, but Mojack no slouch defensively himself.
Taking a turn here with
got our
Flame Gods
elimination.
out. Warriven's taking flying walls to the face. We got a ball and a cube incoming. Mojack, he is not letting up the pressure. Tiki, he is coming in with the cube. 3 health bars remaining, and he is on the run. But he is not giving up.
Ooh, a little dangerous. Tiki almost taking some friendly fire there, but good stop. Slowing it down a little bit. They said, like, okay, we got our position here. Let's take our time and let's focus them down. Warven with 1 sliver of health. Trying his best, but I think Warven's specialty is that defense, and then, yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Oh. And almost predicted, I mean, finals round, 3rd match, super close, competitive game. I want to see this down to the wire. Both teams super hungry for this win.
What are you thinking, Solly? Who's going to win it?
I got my money on Mojack and Tiki. If they can pull off that match again, they got this in the bag. A little early damage from Warven accidentally clipping onto a wall. Ooh, Mojack.
The amount of damage dealt there.
Devastating. They are raining those waterfalls.
They are untouchable right now.
I could not agree with you more. Mojack and Tiki dialed in.
Not one of them taking any
Untouched
damage.
this whole round. Couldn't get the perfect, but Warven and Flame God showing they are still the champions. They are not going to get taken out that easy. And a beautiful barrage too from Warven.
He is just hammering him with the ball.
That boulder strategy is being effective, and just as we've seen all tournament, it's all about adjusting to what your enemy team is doing and just being aware. I think we've seen some communication changes, and both of these teams, have as many tricks in the bag as possible. And that is our first elimination. Warraven on his own.
Be smart. He'd try to take out Mojack. He's got one chance here. He can take a few hits, but not many. Backing up, ramping off that structure. He's out of the ring, and that's got to be 3 seconds, and that's it. We have our new champions, Mojack and Tiki.
Love to see it. Revenge for that first round KO that Mojack received. They brought it right back to Warraven. And that was an amazing, beautiful highlight reel of a way to end it. As you said, new champions, Mojo, Jack, and Tiki, they are going to be excited at this bow.
You win.
Woo!
You
Mojo
win!
Jack, fist pumping, full excitement, and I love to see just the sportsmanship, everybody fist pumping around. Let's get them into the interview room, and FJ and Yogev for the last time tonight. Take it away.
Thank you, Solly. Hello, Tiki and Mojo Jack. Great job, y'all. Congratulations on your win. That was like,
Thank you.
You pulled it together.
Oh, we did.
So I know that the last tournament, the free one that we had, you guys placed then too. You weren't our winners, but you did place then. But you won this time, so that was like, again, quite the comeback. What was going through your head during that last few seconds of the match? Mojo Jack, I'll send this question to you.
I was telling myself that I will beat them. I knew I was going to defeat them.
Strong will there.
That's super strong will. You told us you would win, and you did.
You did. You kept your word.
It's absolutely impressive.
I'm so proud of Mojack. You know that he's come so far, and he's been such a staple in the community. He's such a diverse player, and he's helped out so many people along the way. I'm just so glad that he's been able to just pull through here and get a win. I know it feels good, and he deserves it.
Very proud of you two guys. You are the new champions now. And do you guys have a word to our viewers at home? Do you guys have anything you want to say to them?
You too can become rumblers like dust.
Facts.
You will master the earth element.
What about you? Do you have anything to say to our viewers at home?
No. I don't think I do.
That was amazing.
He's proud of his win.
Wow. I think now I want to be the champion in the next tournament because of what you said. Thank you, Tiki. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Well, thank you both again. Again, congratulations on our new reigning champions here. Before I actually pass this over to Kenny and Solly, I actually have a special surprise guest here from Buckethead Entertainment themselves. We've got Martin. Martin, if you'd like to come on and introduce yourself and tell us what you got to say.
Hello. Well, of course, first of all, congratulations, Mojo, Jack, and Tiki. If I'm right, you were the underdogs who just won this tournament.
Indeed.
and yeah, it's really great to see how you put so much blood, sweat, and tears into this game. Just like everyone else, like we're super happy to hear like so many people train so hard. I mean, I've seen the Discord here. People were having like those
because of you.
not just because of not just because of us. Mostly also because of you, the community, because you're so close with the game and we are so super surprised and also a little bit emotional as well here. that you are so putting so much like you invest so much in the game, and as a starting company and also as someone who also didn't really dare to host a tournament, we also want to thank the entire Rumble Kai team for like arranging all of this. Like it's really great to see like Ulvac, the professional cameraman, Kenny, our host, together with Solly, and of course Annie Yoga with FGM for the interviews. Like it's amazing, and probably a lot of people also work behind the scenes who I unfortunately cannot mention because I don't know especially. But it's really great to see here everything. Yeah, and there's one last thing I want to keep it a little bit brief, or else it will get a little bit too long. I can tell you guys and everyone else who's watching this stream, this week we will have more information regarding character customization.
Oh my gosh.
So stay tuned
Wow.
for this week.
Nice.
And that's all I can say for now. Keep the announcements channel, like keep an eye on it. And yeah, seriously, thank you so much. Not just for me, for also from Kai, Tom, and Piotr. Like we're super glad to see this, and hopefully we will also host the official tournament once upon a day as Bucketheads.
We'd love to
Thank
see.
you, Martin. All right, and we'll pass this back over to Solly and Rumble Kai. Martin, thank you again for coming
Thank you so
on,
much
and
for joining us.
yes, thank you for joining us.
All right, thank you again, Yogev and FJ. You guys have been great interviewers this whole time. Thanks again to everybody on the team, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, all the players, and Martin especially. You know, Kenny, if you got anything to say, this has been to close us out.
Yeah, no, just big thanks to everybody. I don't have enough words to thank everybody properly. It would take me probably a week to thank everybody that had a hand in this, and to list them all would be pretty lengthy. But from the heart, I really appreciate it. I like to see everybody coming together for a common goal here. Thanks to Buckethead, they made this game and made everything we did here possible today. Yeah, just a big thank you to everybody and everybody watching. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Oh yeah, the viewers, of course.
Yeah, it's been great. Thanks, everybody.
All right, so I've been Solly from Ringside, and this has been Rumble Kai from Rumble Kai. Everyone, thank you again, and have a great night.
Bye-bye.